Does banning the shift put more pressure on the infield, or less, or no difference at all? And that comes from Ret Set Vet on YouTube. So good
What
question
a
here.
great question.
This is gonna be something that is going to be. I don't know how clearly it's going to play out in the stats or in
Mhm.
the advanced metrics. There's a lot of, what's the right word I'm looking for here? Uh, Factors that will increase one side of a statistic and decrease on the other. Um,
It's going to be so interesting, Adam. Like,
there's
because we really don't know how this is going to play out. Like, there's a lot of people who are making predictions on how this plays out.
no idea.
So for those of you who aren't familiar, basically the way this shift ban is going to work is there is a diamond at the back of
Second
second
base.
base.
So
And it's going to
imagine the
be
baseline continues from first to second into the outfield, and same from third to second into the outfield. That's the pie piece behind second base, right? They have to be on the proper side of that.
it's going to be similar to hockey with the goaltender and where he can go behind the net, right? So there's going to be an area he can fly in, and then there's a no-fly zone, and that's going to be similar to that. Also, the outfield, you're not going to be allowed to place a fourth outfielder in there. Everyone is going to need to have a foot on the dirt. And when it comes to the outfield, they can still shift substantially, but there are going to be lines where those fielders can't cross. However, this Blue Jays outfield, I mean, they very well may cover more ground than any outfield out there. That will need to be weighed and found out for 2023. But boy, oh boy, the range of Kiermaier, Springer, and Varsho, it is going to be a top outfield defensively. So that's exciting.
Very much is, with a mind on a guy like Bo Bichette. Do we see more errors, fewer errors? What do you think comes from Bo Bichette? Does this have a good impact on him? Because for me, it feels like, as far as infielders go, this is going to reward the athletic players more than anything else, right? Because
And that is what this move was about, right, buddy? Is that they're trying to create more action in the infield, get those feet moving.
so, I mean, does it put more pressure? Here's the question, right? Does it put more pressure on the infield? I would say it's going to ultimately lead to more exciting plays.
I would say so.
I think there might be more infield hits that find eyes through the infield, and I'm fine with that. But I do
And
think, sorry, go ahead.
no, I agree. And to go back to your question of how does this affect the Toronto Blue Jays and Bo Bichette at shortstop, and I know we touched on this a little bit over the last couple weeks here, Adam, but I think it's going to be a good thing for him. He tends to be a dude who overthinks. This is typical youthful shortstops, right? They get the ball. There, the amount of times we've watched Bo get that ball on a routine grounder, double pump the glove, and just those wheels turning, and then him airmail it or bounce it in the dirt to Vladdy when he has all sorts of time. So I think him moving his feet, him needing to make plays on the go is going to allow him to get out of his head. And I'm hoping, and I know Blue Jays fans are there with me, that this translates into fewer errors and a little bit better um, defensive play out of Bo Bichette. But who knows? Time will tell.
I think it's going to be good stuff. All right, let's move on from there then.